Brandon Anderson, yes. He's a young man out of his mind, actually. I don't know exactly where he's from, but he touched this off by going on Facebook and saying he lost his job because of some dirty spick, and spelled it with a K. And I just let him know, hey, Brandon, you don't spell spick with a K, you stupid inbred redneck. And then he went off, on my mom, on my brother, on when I had cancer, on homosexuals, blacks, people who are, everything. The guy just kept calling me out. I'm like, it was his way of trying to get a fight booked because no other promoter wants to book him. So he figures if he kicked up enough dirt that someone's going to call him out, and if he attaches himself to someone with a little bit of legitimacy, then he'll be able to get a fight on a decent sized show. He was trying to get into Long Beach Fight Night, so he kept calling me a bunch of names, saying, come on, fight me on your own home turf. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay you to fight you. I'm not going to pay you to beat your ass. So, our good friends at King of the Cage were monitoring this on Facebook and saw fit to book the fight at 155. Yeah. I mean, I'm way past the point of fighting for tomorrow or trying to move up to the big show or anything like that. It wasn't like that for me to begin with. When I started, I was working for a prominent Brazilian family who shall remain nameless back in 1990. This was 3 years before the first UFC. Almost 4 years before the first UFC. And you got into the martial arts people were getting into it for different reasons. My reasons were real simple, just to be able to fight, learn to fight, maybe get a fight here and there. Certainly wasn't any talk of a fight career. Didn't even begin to be called mixed martial arts, I think, until maybe 5 or 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. So it's always been personal. I mean, it always hasn't been, a hatred thing, but it's always been kind of this psycho voodoo spiritual thing for me. Chances are, if you don't like me, it's because I don't want you to like me, or you're not a good person. And I don't doubt that there's a lot of people that don't like me. I don't care. I said to my mom one day, after a few Long Beach Fight Nights, I say, hey, Ma, how come, my brother Jason, how come your younger son has been in this business for like 4 years, I've been in it for 24 years, and he pulls more weight than I do? And she goes, oh, mijo, I don't know. Maybe it's because he doesn't tell people to go fuck themselves. So, that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be. And I do my best to be honest with people and about people. There are guys that don't like me, and that's fine. I don't want you to like me. You're a scumbag, and you know who you are. I've been around long enough. I've seen champions, promoters, managers, fighters. I've seen them come and go. I've seen when the UFC first came in, there was 5 other organizations that were going to grab that spotlight from them, and they're all gone. That was in the first 2 years. In the last 5 years, I've seen a dozen promotions fold, and that's just here in California. And people tried to screw us over, to get more money from another show. Those shows are gone now, and now they're coming to us with their hat in their hands. And there might not even be MMA in California in a couple months because the State Athletic Commission is falling apart. They're $700,000 in debt. They have City of Bell type employees taking huge amounts of money for themselves. So, MMA, I'm going to be here long after any of the. I'm going to be here to see the next era of MMA come and go. I'm here for life. I'm not going to go back to the third world. I really have worked hard at trying to put a Lance Armstrong-esque face on MMA as far as my cancer awareness goes. So what do I want people to remember me for? I really don't care if they remember me from my fights. I mean, I didn't fight for anyone but myself and my own ego or whatever. That doesn't mean anything to me. The people who trained under me, the people who trained with me, the people who've gone on, guys like Tom Kenny or Jerry Noche, Frank Park, guys who, Henry Corrales, guys who've gone on and taken it from just a hobby, from an ego trip to something very professional and very prosperous and something that helps define their lives. We have guys who are friends for life here, and so I want them to remember the dojo here as just a real special place that helped shape young, old, and fight cancer, be proud, and stay in shape, so that when you're 42 years old like me, you'll be good to go. When some young smart mouth with no brains and even fewer teeth calls you out, you'll be ready to go. All the talking, is nice, and, I could stand here and rip on him all day, and, he won't be able to defend himself. He'll get all crazy and just start dropping F-bombs forever. You'll watch about 10 hours after this is on Facebook or on the internet, on YouTube or anything like that, he's gonna come fucking, and so, sorry you had to hear that, sweetie. But, I think the kid's bipolar. and he's a polarizing figure. So I'm gonna polarize him, and so when I'm done with him, he's just gonna be bi. So
August 30th.
August 30th, King of the Cage, San Manuel. Don't miss it. I got tickets. Hit me up on 714-527-1845. Hit me up on john.delao@delaojujitsu, JIUJITSU.com. Thanks to King of the Cage, Terry Treblecock, and Mike Lowe for having us on the show.